week, guys. Just some fun. And then, like I said earlier, I didn't say earlier, Miss Claudia, Miss Megan said earlier, this week is Dr. Seuss's birthday, which marks the start of... What is going on? What's happening? What's happening right now? Like, everything's shaking all of a sudden. What is happening? Okay, all right, something's going on right now, guys. Like, we gotta figure this out. All right, whew. I'm here. What's going on? Who are you? I'm you from the future. You're me from the future? You have an awful lot of hair for being me from the future. Yes, in the future there has been some advances in hair restoration process. Yes, but that's not important right now. How did you get here? In the future we have mastered, I know this looks like an average boombox from the early 2000s, maybe even late 90s, seeing as how there's a cassette player in there. Kids, your teachers will explain what a cassette is. But this is actually a time machine. It can travel back and forward through time. I come to you from 20 years in the future, and I'm here to tell you that in the future there's an evil General No Books. I know that you guys last year fought against Dr. No Reads, and you defeated her, and she was able to become Dr. Reads. But now there's a General No Books, and his goal is to travel back from the future in time to unteach all of your teachers how to read. Wait. So last year we fought against Dr. No Reads, and now there's a General No Books. Man, these are very anti-literacy type names, but okay. Wonder what their parents were thinking. Anyway, continue. I know. He is going back in time to when your teachers are children, and he's somehow showing them not how to read and how to hate reading. This could be a very serious situation. Now, Mr. Miller, me from 20 years ago, which is now, it's a little confusing on the timeline, but you'll get it. I need you to use this time machine to help save your teacher's ability to read. Okay. And we need everyone's help. In fact, we need all the students' help here, because if the teachers are having a difficult time reading, we need the students to make up the reading time. We need all of your students to read as much as possible. Explain to them, let's get as much information as possible and help them read. I'm gonna go back to the future, and I'll try to see if I can handle things there. You know what? Good luck. How can I get a hold of you? Just call the special phone number and I'll be able to talk to you through time. Try out this time machine and see how it works. Okay? I'm gonna leave this here with you. There's another time machine outside. Alright. Alta Mesa will take care of our end. We will figure out what's going on. I'll check in with all the teachers and we'll make sure our kids read. I know. Good luck, Mr. Miller. I mean me. Alright, Alta Mesa, you heard it. We have to fight against this General No Books, a person who is trying to unteach your teachers how to read. I need you to do a couple things for me, Alta Mesa. Last night, in your parents' newsletter, there is a reading log. It is Literacy Month. Our goal over this month is to read as much. Big reminder. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Mrs. McNeely, Mrs. Akernack, what's going on?
Mr. Miller, there's something wrong. It's Mrs. McNeely.
I can't read!
Mrs. McNeely, what happened?
So it all started in my classroom. We were doing sentence study, and I was reading the sentence, and then all of a sudden, the words just turned into, I don't know what. I didn't know what it said.
Miss McNeely, but what happened?
Guys, what is this? I don't think I can read.
It sounds like General Notebooks is at it again. Do you have any recollection of something that might have happened in your past? Something that could have just recently popped in your memory?
Well, recently I had this memory of when I was about 2.
She cried to the southern wind about a love that pursued her in. Every dream in her heart was gone, heading for a showdown. Bad dreamer, what's your name? Looks like we're riding on the same train. Looks as though there'll be more pain. It's gonna be a showdown.
Do you think General Notebooks untaught me how to read?
Oh no, Mrs. McNeely, this sounds like General Notebooks is at it again. He must have gone back in time and untaught you, unteached you, detaught you. I don't really know what the saying is, but he must have gone back in time and now you no longer have the ability to read. This is worse than I thought. This could get widespread. We could have teachers all over the place not knowing how to read.
What are we gonna do, Mr. Miller?
I think we need some support, but I just don't know what kind of support we need, who we could call.
I think we need some time cops.
Time cops, Mrs. Akernak. I don't know. I might have to call my future self and we'll have to see. I'll look into it, but for now, take Mrs. McNeely back and let's see if we can teach her how to read. And Literacy Month is still continuing. Remember, guys, if you submit your... Wait a minute, guys. I got to talk to you for a second. I mean, before we get into these reading logs, I got to let you know that I've been having a hard time. Now, I did get a phone number from future self here, and Miss Akernak last week said I should call the time cops. So I feel with General Notebooks going around that I think I need to call in for some backup. I don't think I can handle this myself. My future self is trying to figure things out in the future, but he obviously hasn't. He sent back our book fair, which our book fair was crazy off the chain great last week. Raised a lot of money for books and reading at the school, so thank you, future self. But really, we need some help, and I think this number, this time cops, might be who we need to call. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a shot, guys, all right? Let's see the time cops. Hello, time cops. It's Mr. Miller. We need your help.
Disco Decoder here. Oh, General Notebooks. At it again? I'm on the case. Let me get my partner.
Comprehension Cowgirl here. Disco Decoder. Talk to me.
Like Grandma and Grandpa used to play.
General Notebooks?
Then I'll
No.
float
All right, I'm
down
on
the
it. Thanks.
river to Cajun Hideaway. Drift away like Tom Sawyer. Ride a raft with old Huck Finn. Take a nap like Rip Van Winkle.
Here goes nothing.
It is the night, my body's weak. I'm on the run, no time to sleep. I've got to ride like the wind to be free again. And I've got such a long way to go.
Whoa! All right, Mr. Miller. The time cops are here.
We're here.
Time cops. Thank goodness you're here.
No problem, Mr. Miller. Tell us what's going on.
We think General Notebooks is at it again. We think he is again traveling back in time and working to unteach our teachers how to read. We think his next targets are Mrs. Schmidt and Mr. Havlina.
I don't know, Mr. Miller. That doesn't sound right to me. We all know Mr. Havlina has a hard time reading. I don't even think he can read.
Yeah, and Mrs. Schmidt, she's a kindergarten teacher. She knows how to read. She could never be untaught.
I understand. We think that he is somehow going to go back to the year 1993, and he is going to get Mr. Havlina and Mrs. Schmidt when they're in the 4th grade, and he is going to unteach them how to read when they're in the 4th grade. We don't know what to do. We don't know how to stop them. What should we do? What can we do?
Well, Mr. Miller, I mean, we must go back to 1993 when they were 4th grade. We have to be able to save Mr. Havlina and Mrs. Schmidt.
That's a good idea, but here's what I need from you, Mr. Miller. I'm having a hard time getting a clear read on this. But if your students can read as much as they can in the present time through the space-time continuum, this will help their teachers in the past still read. Can your students do this?
Absolutely, Disco Decoder and Comprehension Cowgirl. We can have our students read, and whatever through the space-time continuum sounds a little crazy, but I think we can get this done at Alta Mesa.
All right, Mr. Miller, we're counting on you and Alta Mesa. You ready, Disco Decoder?
I'm ready if you're ready, Comprehension Cowgirl. Let's do it.
Again, call this number, but this is the number to my future self. And I'm gonna have to call my future self, and I'm gonna have to find out what happened, because I don't know what happened with the time cops. I don't know, did everything get solved? I don't think so. I've heard that there might be some trouble with the time cops, so hold on one second. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna call my future self, okay? One second. Future self, it's past you. Hey, so I met with the time cops last week, but then they disappeared and went in time, and I haven't heard from them again. And, you know, I've been hearing rumors that maybe something didn't exactly go as planned. Can you tell me what happened? Okay. What? What happened? Oh, no. That doesn't sound good.
But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man who walked 1,000 miles before.
What's going on? What's going on?
Wow! We're here. Alta Mesa, 1993.
Who are you guys?
I'm Disco Decoder,
I'm Comprehension Cowgirl.
and together, we're the Time Cops.
We've traveled back in time to make sure that you two haven't been untaught how to read.
By General Notebooks.
That guy.
We know how to read just fine.
Really? You do, but then what are we? What is it? But it's a trap!
It's a trap!
Oh no! It's General Notebooks!
Whoa!
Adios, Disco Decoder!
What just happened?
I don't know. My partner. She was taken. I don't know what to do.
You need some help rescuing your partner.
Trisha, you're right. But who? Who's big enough? Who's strong enough to help me? Oh, I don't know what to do. What's that? What's happening? Reading rest is a miracle. I've heard so many stories. I'm in a bit of a pickle. Comprehension Cowgirl has been taken. She's somewhere in time. I need your help. Do you think you can help me? Oh my moms.
5 minutes later.
You'll never get away with this, General Notebooks. Who even are you, General Notebooks?
She cried to the southern wind about a love that pursued her in.
Mrs. Corona, the librarian? Oh, this is 2 years in a row. Mr. Miller really has to think about who he's hiring.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
All right, Alta Mesa School. Well, you saw it right there. The time cops have been separated. Mrs. Corona, the librarian, I might have to go down there. But the funny thing is she's been so supportive. So what is going on? Maybe there was some other time thing that happened between now and I don't know. But I'm going to have to check in on some things. But you guys, one mission, Alta Mesa, continue. We can support our teachers. We can support the time cops by continuing to read this week. We also are going to have some guest readers come into your classroom as extra support for reading this week so that we can General Notebooks / Mrs. Corona. Things are getting a little crazy right now. I think next week we're going to see a solution. We're going to see maybe what happens because like last year, Reading Rex was a big part of last year's solution. So hopefully Reading Rex and the Disco Decoder can save Comprehension Cowgirl. I'm not sure, but you guys do what you need to do, which is read throughout the week. We'll have our guest readers come in. We'll do all our fun stuff this week. And let's make this the best week ever. So one thing I was really confused about, guys, you know, I saw in last week's video, you know, that the reveal was that Mrs. Corona unfortunately happened to be General Notebooks. So 2 years in a row, our librarian camouflages themselves and are the villains. But, you know, when I talked to Mrs. Corona, I had a great conversation with her and she was like, no, I love books. I love being a librarian. So I just don't understand what happened. And I wish I would have... Wait a minute. Wait. What's going on? Again, what's going on? Past self, I'm here. Future self, what are you doing here? I'm here to tell you exactly what happened with the time cops. I know you're probably confused. You've probably had a couple conversations with Miss Corona and you're like, she's good. She's not a General Notebooks. Well, I'm here to tell you exactly what happened.
I'm worried, Reading Rex. We have to save Comprehension Cowgirl. Do you have any ideas what we can do? No, I don't like that. Give me another one. Come on. Reading Rex, I don't speak French. Come on now. Take this serious. Oh, gross. Gross. Mine out of the gutter. Hold on. Right there. That's a pretty good idea. We're going to go back in time when Mrs. Corona was in 7th grade before she became General Notebooks. And we're going to make sure she becomes a librarian we know she can be. Can we do this? Are you with me? Let's do it.
She cried to the southern wind about a love that pursued her in. Every dream in her heart was gone, heading for a showdown. Bad dreamer, what's your name? Looks like we're riding on the same train. Looks as though there'll be no rain.
Miss Corona, stop! Don't be alarmed. We're from the future. We're here to make sure you become the Mrs. Corona that we all know you to be. It might seem crazy, but you become the world's best librarian. We need you to become the world's best librarian. You agree with us? Yes, he does.
Librarian, but I hate books.
I know you hate books now, but I promise you, if you read one book, this book, it will change your life. It will change the life of all the kids at our school.
See, books
are good. They're really good. What's your name?
Mrs. Elliott.
You should work at a school too.
I know it. I'm gonna be the world's best librarian.
You don't know it yet, but you just saved the future.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, just let me go.
Oh, wait, I'm getting flooded with all these memories of books and libraries and what's happening?
Yes, Disco Decoder. He must have come through.
Let me undo those handcuffs. I'm so sorry. I love books. I'm meant to be the world's greatest librarian. Oh. I'm not meant to be a villain.
Glad to see you're safe, Comprehension Cowgirl.
Thank you, Disco Decoder. Another job well done.
Yeah.